Bandidos? We are live. Welcome. It is June 12th, a Monday, and Ubisoft Forward is just right around the corner. 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 32 seconds away, or something. Anyways, yeah, let's kick this off. Right? Let's do it right.
Ready? Okay. Shh.
And I'm back. What's up, Bandidos? All right, Ubisoft Forward. Lots in the pipeline to be revealed. But I'm still under embargo, so I can't give you the heads up on what that is. But don't worry, it's an hour and 16 minutes away. In the meantime, I'm going to entertain you with some kick-butt Division 2 gameplay as we talk shop. So I am streaming. I am an official partner for Ubisoft, and we'll be co-streaming this on both YouTube and Twitch. And there are Twitch drops. So if you want to drop us, join us on Twitch, I'm going to show you what those are. Give me just a second here. And in the meantime, take a look at this build, because this is what I'm going to be running to show you some amazing XP farming here in just a minute. So hopefully you can all see that. Yep. All right, so we have, you know, it doesn't take long to earn these, but watch them for 15 minutes gets you the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora drop. And then we get Riders Republic drop. It's a duffel. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a little skin there. Eugene and Assassin's Creed Mirage. So it's a variety of drops today. So I'll be showing this from time to time, but go ahead and join us. Make sure you have your Ubisoft account connected to your Twitch account if you do decide to join us on Twitch. What up, Clark? God, Neil, that's too bad that you're having a glitch. I haven't heard of that one being around for a while. My best guess is you try to not just restart your game, but clear your cache. I don't know what system you're on. But if you're on a console, that means unplugging your power block, completely detaching your power block for at least 10 seconds, maybe give it 20 seconds, and then plug it all back in to try to clear your cache. I haven't seen that error in a while. We did encounter something like that back in the day, several months ago. Lasted a couple of days. People were stuck. But that's all I got for you. Anybody else having that where they're stuck in a particular location? Yeah, you're an Xbox One. Okay, yeah, try that, completely detaching your block. But I'm on Xbox One S as well, and I'm not having that issue. Xbox has been pretty smooth for me, so I'm on the same console, Series S. So, what up, everybody? So, anybody see that new Star Wars? Do you guys see the new Star Wars? That's looking pretty sick. I can't wait to see the Avatar stuff too. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually looking forward to both of those games. Both interest me into playing, and I'm just trying to figure out like where I would find the time to play games that are, notice I'm running it right now on a sniper build. One of the things you'll learn in tomorrow's video, I'll give you a little heads up now, is that it's a pretty amazing. Well, one of the things is that it will maintain as probably best in slot as a secondary weapon on just about any build. And the reason why is because you can switch weapons and not lose your ammo. So you earn, what you do is you get out there and earn your shock ammo just by getting your stacks, and then park it. Park the weapon, right? Park it full of 70 rounds of shock ammo and just leave it there in case shit happens. You know what I mean? And so if you get into trouble, you swap to that weapon and electrocute maybe a rusher or maybe a chunga or a warhound, whatever it is. You can just swap to that weapon and shock them real easy. And the other cool thing is you can earn that ammo in the testing range and fast travel, and you won't lose it either. So I think it might be the new best in slot on your secondary on any build, unless you're running an exotic otherwise, of course. Hey, Gmod, appreciate that sub, bro. So in case you're wondering, that timer in the corner there is when Ubisoft goes live officially. So we don't want to miss it. There's going to be a pre-show, so where they're going to show us some trailers and talk about some of the new games for about 15 minutes. And then the real deal. It should be about an hour long, give or take. The whole event. So this is the St. Elmo's right here. So I'm just using it to get stacks at the moment. And once I have all my stacks, I'm no longer going to use the weapon. All right. And then you reload, and there's my stack. So I'm out of here. So that's all I wanted. All right. So now I have shock ammo on reserve in case I run against a Joe Schmo and need some help or whatever, you know. Let's get out of here. See you later, dude. I'm not gonna chase you down. So yeah, even though I'm not running an assault rifle build, it's still gonna be a good backup weapon. What's up, Andre? What's going on, man? You know, I'm not really savvy on what's going on with conflict right now. Is that what you mean, like bug wise or event wise, or? I mean, bug wise since the update. Is there something going on, or? I've heard some people saying it's a kind of a mess. I don't know if that's actually the case, but sorry, we're just kind of powering up here real quick. We'll be one-shotting. There we go. So notice I'm hitting them in the body and getting those headshots. Very nice. So all 5 directives, I do have to watch my ammo a little bit, but otherwise we can play pretty well out of cover with this build. You can even shoot over your shoulder. You see that? You catching that? What? They're pretty hilarious. you can quick scope. I mean, just one tapping everything, bro. I mean, so all directives, right? I mean, look at that armor I have. Look at that armor. So this is the farming build. Nobody else is running anything like it either, I guarantee. I guarantee. I know other people are using Determined, but nothing like this. Not with this crazy armor. Oops. Oops again. Come on, dude. There we go. So I use attack 50 to ramp up. Once we have all our trophies, we'll be up full armor regen, as well as damage-wise too. So yeah, I am using a sniper with no scope. Allows me to play faster. You can use a scope though. And you'll have even more damage because scopes give you 30 plus in damage. There's a boss. Guess we should kill the tank.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oops, wrong gun. I've been writing nothing but St. Elmo's builds for the last couple days, so it's kind of nice to get back to this. We got a whole new set of directives. I'm sure you guys caught on to that, yeah? This tank doesn't want to go. Oh wait, tank. So you could also run this with a pistol, an 1886 rifle, even the M1A. A little different setup for the M1A though. But those strong one-shot potential weapons, I'll work with this build.
Heavily armored hostiles detected.
Makes all directives quite easy. If you can get comfortable. And so I'm using this particular sniper because it's really easy to adapt to. It's the same one that the Mantis is built on, the SRS A1. The Mantis is the covert. Very tricky. Just me and you, lady. There it is. There it is. Did the timer stop? What the hell, timer? Hold on. Thanks, bro. We'll clear it. Let me fix that.
Supply room access unlocked.
There we go. Got a mine on its own, I guess. Let me reset it just in case. There we go. That looks right. Wonder why the timer just stopped on its own. Yeah, isn't that cool? In the cool build? Let me crush this thing here real quick. Grab this trophy. So you can run 4-piece hotshot if you want to. Now that Determined's back, hotshot is back in full steam. So you can run a 4-piece, and that's gonna give you armor on kill and bonus armor and stuff like that if you want to, and it'll refill your mag. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. I might do that, but this way I don't have to think about it, don't have to worry about it. But in marksman rifle, weapon handling, 30% weapon handling, headshot damage, and then armor, headshot damage, and protection from elites. And I'm running protection from elites to protect my bonus armor. So this is a lot about bonus armor here. That's why I'm running so much armor. That's 1.7 million, and we're one-shotting everything. Insane, right? So here's a second hotshot with headshot damage, and then there's a third one with weapon handling. So I got a lot of weapon handling so I can play quick, reload fast, land my shots, kind of hip fire a lot. So that's what that's about. And then I decided to go with the Picaro's holster really for the extra armor core without losing a weapon damage core. That's kind of the concept here. So I have headshot damage. You don't have to run this. You can put a 4th piece of hot shot. Otherwise, I would recommend probably a Providence. You don't really want marksman rifle damage on this build. Not too much of it, at least. A little bit's okay. And that's why I'm running Habsburg for the chest, because it's 15% headshot damage, not marksman rifle damage or weapon damage. So I did not want chain killer on this on purpose. Armor, headshot damage, armor regen, protection from elites, and then headhunter, which has given us 1,250% of our last killing blow on the head transferred over to the next shot. And then more protection from elites. And then the backpack, of course, is the memento, which is our source of bonus armor, armor regen. I have no other heals really on the build, of course, the fixer, but no armor on kill, no armor regen. It's all coming from the backpack. The backpack is my only source of survivability, and I'm really playing into the bonus armor, really. And then the regen, and we got the skill tier for 30% skill efficiency also. And that's making my drone a little bit stronger. And then we get the 30% weapon damage and short-term buffs on that too. So lots of survivability here without having to add a bunch of survivability. And then the weapon is the SRS. Notice I got stability mods everywhere, right? So I'm just trying to make this weapon as fast, a fast hip-fire weapon as much as possible. And really good weapon, very stable. My reload's at 2 seconds. Notice I have more stability on the attribute there on the right-hand side under headshot damage. So yeah, you do not need damage to armor. You do not need damage to targets out of cover. And you're still one-shotting everything. And the reason why that we loaded so much stability is because the power is really coming from the TAC 50. So we use the TAC 50 to activate Headhunter. Well, I should say this. The talent's really coming from Headhunter. The damage is all coming from Headhunter. And so that's why you don't need damage to targets out of cover here, because Headhunter is so strong, I've found you don't need it. And so we go 1.7 million armor, all this protection from elites, and weapon handling everywhere, and no damage to targets out of cover, damage to armor, and we're still one-shotting elites and the boss. The first boss we one-shotted, the second one we needed 2 shots. So really strong, really strong. And so I use the TAC 50 to fully proc my Headhunter in a single shot, which allows me to go faster because we have a lot of elites out there. And that allows me to just kind of not have to worry about chain killing my way up, you know, which takes 2 or 3 kills to peek out your Headhunter chest piece talent. And so instead of doing all that nonsense, I just whip out that TAC 50 and take care of it in a single shot. So very fun, efficient way to play. This is True Patriot over here. Actually, this is a good day to be farming True Patriot. The weapon will be a play in the True Patriot, the St. Elmo's. This is the new exotic if you haven't seen it. And it's got a 70 round mag, and the True Patriot can align with that if you're looking for a good group support build. And I think the weapon will make a good group weapon, right? Because you can help shock these enemies, which is giving you the ability to kind of spread the love, spread the shock ammo around, and at the same time you'll be marking them for True Patriot. So I think it's going to make a really good True Patriot build, like a wingman build. Give your team some galvanize, especially if you're playing it that way. You know, you earn your ammo and then just kind of shock. What up, Skeletor? Yeah, I'm excited for Heartland. Yeah, Yeah, super excited for Harlan Outward. I don't know, you know, you know what, I gotta be honest with you, what I'm really excited about is the melee action. I want a game with some good effing melee. I'm sick of not having melee, you know? It's nuts. This game not having a good melee. I mean, it just seems like a basic thing. I mean, at least, you know, take one little bar off of them or something. I don't know, but yeah, the Mantis is good. I got Mantis builds too. I really enjoy the Mantis. Ooh, the game just froze. Look at that. We just glitched. That sucks. Wow. Wow. That's new. Guess we're logging in. So yeah, here's what the drops again, if you guys didn't see them. A little Avatar, Riders Republic, Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed, the double Assassin's Creed. Wow. It's crazy. That's annoying that just happened. Can you imagine that happening and you're like on like loop 70 in the Descent game mode or something, you know? Something that none of us want to happen. Damn, right? You're like, I'm on hour 23 hours in, 23 hours in, you know? And it's like, wham. Game glitches. Oh. Yeah, no problem, Doc. Yeah, I'll show it. Stick another diamond meter. That's funny. Headshots count towards leaderboard headshots. Yes, as long as you don't have a game mode on. So game modes like Golden Bullet or Reanimated or whatever, Hollywood. If those events are activated, then your headshots don't count. But otherwise, yes, with determined, yes. Oh, you were at loop 7, bro? That sucks. That was you were on a good run then. I know that. Look at that. This thing is closed again. Let's get some free loot, I guess. I think we just collected all this shit, didn't we? I'll take free loot, I guess. Not very good free loot, though. It gives it to you in a shitty way. Okay, here's that build again. So the blues are all protection from elites. And then there's one armor regen there. I really don't want that armor regen there, actually. I wish I had weapon handling. What up, Matt? What's up, bro? Headshot damage. Yeah, I don't know. Weapon handling. Headshot damage. Protection from elites. So that's all hot shot there. All the green stuff is hot shot. Warrior Cowboy in the house. Now we got to get out there and earn all our shit again, right? So I lost all my special ammo, specialization ammo. Boo. So when you're running this build, that's kind of what you're working up to at first. It's not really the trophies, it's the specialization ammo. So you're just looking to earn that because that gets the ball rolling a lot faster, allows you to play faster. Once you have that. You could also use the Nemesis as a backup. So I was showing this as a backup. But normally I play with the Nemesis as a backup. And I use the Nemesis against bosses. I also use it to help earn that initial TAC 50 ammo. The drops might not work until that timer goes to 0, by the way. They didn't clarify. Ubisoft didn't clarify. So the drops might not be active until 49, for another 49 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, because I don't think I've earned any yet. Please don't hit me with that bomb. Yeah, yeah, thanks, Skeletor. You guys, did everybody get the Splinter Cell outfit? I'm really digging it. You had to have bought in the season pass to get it, but shit, it's worth it just for this outfit. I like Splinter Cell. I feel very Batman with it, I was saying. I feel like Batman. The way it looks, it's kind of Batman-esque. So once you activate, then you can. So we got Headhunter proc, so you can use. So it does. I mean, so you're off to the races like right away, right? It doesn't take a lot here. And it's a 1.7 million armor. That's what's nuts, right? Ooh, lost one. That was because of Ragers right there. We're not fully powered up. I have to start over because. Really? Really? I feel like it goes right on. There we go.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Hostile supply convoy detected.
It's like a monkey here jumping around like that. Oh, there's the boss. So with the boss, you can switch over to the Nemesis and finish him off that way. Oh, that was on. Make sure to grab ammo from time to time because we are running the ammo hoarders. If you stay in cover, it won't be an issue. You'll earn it. And so it's an interesting way to create a sniper build this way. You know, a lot of people build the sniper builds for maximum power, but you don't need it, you know? You just need enough power. Depending on the content you're playing, it changes a little bit, you know? But it's not that much because this category is relatively overpowered. And so it's real easy to get sucked into the vanity of the build, right? And like kind of and be going for some ridiculous number that nobody, a damage number that nobody can actually absorb. You know, like if you're hitting that 60 million, which is pretty easy to do in this game, it doesn't take a lot of thinking to make that build. Headshot damage and weapon damage is all you really need to do that. But there's no enemy that can take 60 million in damage. Even Chungas require 2 shots, one at 18 million and another one at 10, give or take. So that's a combined of 28 million, but you can't one-shot them unless you hit a very special weak point, which you really don't want to do, really.
Hostile supply convoy nearby.
And so playing the efficiency is what I'm doing here instead, right? Instead of going for max power, I'm just looking for an efficient build, you know, that allows me to one-shot elites and maybe have to put an extra shot or 2 on bosses, you know, because you only encounter 2 bosses per control point. So, you know, to build around one-shotting bosses isn't really the most efficient way to build. You should build around the other 50 elites, you know. Spartan, no, not yet. I mean, sort of. We created it on a live stream, so it is posted even on here on Twitch. In that live stream, it was where we were XP farming. But I mean, the truth is yes and no. So I'm kind of giving you a roundabout answer because I created like 3,000 determined builds. All season 11, you know what I mean? And so I'm really into determined, and I got a lot of these builds, and I was using it the whole time. And so I got a lot of different determined builds. They're hybrid builds, but this one I haven't created a video for yet specifically.
Hostile contacts.
This particular one, which really isn't that different than ones that I've created in the past. So you could probably look at any of my determined builds and they'll resemble this to some degree. Oh, you're annoying. Yeah, so I've determined pistol builds, sniper builds, rifle builds. But this will be a build video because I'm going to do a video on farming. I think my recommendations from farming is going to be different than what you might be hearing else in the community. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about the best XP farm being rescues, hostage rescues, or whatever you call them. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. With this, I'm getting over 800,000 just from the control point. Just from the control point, I was getting over 800,000. Let's like 850 or something like that, and then. It's almost a guarantee another activity enters your control point, and then you got your headshot bonuses on top of that. So I'm leveling up easy 1 to 2 times per control point without having to do the extra fast traveling and hunting for those little rescue missions, you know. So I mean, and I'm thinking about XP per minute per hour. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. You start doing all that fast traveling, you're missing out on double XP opportunity when you get a convoy rolling into a control point, which isn't guaranteed, but it's like 80% of the time easy. 4 out of 5 times for sure I'm getting one of these convoys rolling through. So as you can see, we're one-shotting elites right out of the gate.
Reinforcements incoming.
Oh, I missed that, didn't I? It was a body shot, I think. Yeah, it was. Do that again. These guys are the worst. The way they move is annoying. I think I missed it again. Yeah, so otherwise I'm not doing anything special. You know, I'm just playing into the mechanics. There's the mechanic, just don't forget the steps. So, which is one-shot kill with the TAC 50 or the Nemesis, either way. And then switch over to your primary. In my case is the SRS, my main sniper. Land a headshot, and from there you can shoot anywhere. Headshot or body. And keep chain killing. The damage you need to make sure you have is 10,000. So that's all you're looking for. 10 million. You need 10 million in damage in order to one-shot elites. And as you can see, we're exceeding that even with 1.7 million armor. Like there's somebody else running around. Yep, there you are. So we're running armor break, and our armor doesn't break very easily, gotta say. It happens from time to time when you get into some hairy situations, but... There's a boss. 2 shots on most bosses. Some bosses you can one-shot, but for the most part, count on 2. I use a Nemesis for that. You little. Really? And so this is also happening with Ragers on, if you think about that too, right? So they're picking up extra armor. And of course, short range and long range. You can land it. So again, you can totally play from cover. You don't have to get out of cover. So you don't have to worry about that. Like if that becomes a hassle for you. I just like run and gun sniper builds, which are ridiculous. Ridiculously fun. Come on. Fucking bulletproof. Yeah, the D50 is... I like this one better. Because... I don't know why. I'm trying to remember. Why do I like this one better? I think it's the range. But the Hunter's Fury one, oh, we're almost out of ammo. The Hunter's Fury one is damn good too. Because you don't have to worry about ammo, so that's its advantage. The pistol ammo is infinite. Oops, he just fucked up. One shot at him right there. Yeah, so I'm kind of torn. And then there's the 1886 version. They're all really strong. Sometimes, I mean, the thing with Hunter's Fury is that sometimes, you know, you got that armor on kill and you kind of you don't really need it.
Supply room access unlocked.
Yeah, it is fun. It's fast. It's fast. I mean, you want to get your level up. I feel like this is the way to do it, you know. And again, just take the concept and you can do it with different weapons too. So if the sniper isn't even your thing, then you know we have the 1886, the rifle version. I even have an M1A version using Hunter's Fury. The classic M1A does the same thing. This one here, this gun, I can do the same thing with this gun. You have to run less armor. Might have it saved. Might not. Might not. Yeah, there it is. That's basically it. Yep, that's it right there. So that's the M1A Classic with Hunter's Fury, and it does the same thing. Do I have everything here? I can just swap to it. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we'll try it. I don't mind switching it up. So the rifle class is a little bit easier, and that's why I developed it for people that weren't super keen on using snipers, because the rifle class doesn't require as well, you get more ammo in your mag. I think we got what, 15 rounds or something like that. So you have that, and then with ammo, with your ammo situation, marksman rifles don't get very much ammo, so I have to run back to the ammo crate every now and again because I ran out of ammo. Where with rifles, I got 273 rounds plus 15. That's 200. That's basically 300 kills, right? I got 300 kills in my backpack, and so that's the advantage of the rifle class, is it also doesn't rely heavily on ammo. And it could do everything that we could do before. And it plays a little bit faster. That's the advantage, is the crosshairs are they close quicker, which means you're a more accurate shooter. In theory, you should be having less misses. Oh, by the way, the new skin on the M1A is effing sick. It's a great skin. I don't know if you've seen it, but look at that thing. It is bad. So cool. I like it.
Detected in location. Guarded by hostiles.
31 minutes till the Ubisoft pre-show starts, and then 15 minutes after that we will be live at the event. So as you can see, I could do the same thing. This one's gonna have overkill on the TAC 50. That hit up 14 million. You only need 10, but that's okay, because your rifle is underpowered compared to this the sniper class, and so we have to have overpower. There you go. So one-shot kill using the M1A Classic, which is amazing, and I can just keep going. I mean, that's a rifle, folks. Oops. Oh, ooh, that's dangerous. That was dangerous. A little too much heat right there. So you don't have as much defense, but you got a really good armor kill. Ooh, I didn't see you there. There we go. I forget, there is one condition to this build. Yeah, I forgot about that. You have to play inside your Apex Predator. You can still get a kill without doing that. The problem is that 2 shots later, your damage will diminish a little bit. So, because Apex Predator gives you that 20% amp damage, right? So that's a condition of this build. You got to play inside that. But it's easy to do that because you get that little red symbol that says, "Hey, Hunter's Fury is activated." But hardly ever have to reload, which is nice too, as you can see. And then for bosses, you're gonna have to put a couple extra shots, but you got a rifle to do the trick there, so it's not a big deal. So usually there's a couple of, that heavy there is kind of distracting me, but so usually when I get the boss, I'll just put a couple extra shots in him like that. See, he's done. I'm trying not to get well on by that heavy, but And you got the stagger effect from Hunter's Fury, of course.
Fuck you up.
Come on, dude, die. Sometimes you gotta take a little pain, huh? Let me heal up from that. The shotties don't get determined, but boy, wouldn't that be cool. They would be cool. I would take it. But you could do it. You can do this with shotguns too, using pummel anyways. Oh, I might have just screwed up. I think that needed to be a headshot.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Double kill. Oops. Let me get another one. There we go. Activate. Ah! She's jumped in front of my bullet. Damn you guys. They're messing with me, man. There we go. So you gotta activate with the headshot, right? For some reason that didn't activate. I don't know why. Alright, either way. We're good. There we go.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Where we at, boys? That sideways walking, he wants me, you know what I mean? When they do that sideways walking on you, it's like fucking... Oh, come on, that's BS. Yeah, I don't really go by XP per minute. Kind of meant that as a... I look at it more as XP by hour. But the truth is, there's also way more to it. And that's why it's important to not just focus on things like resource convoys and hostage negotiations, because of all the loot you're missing out and the XP you're missing out on control points and resources. So when you beat a control point, I don't know if you guys ever notice in the bottom left corner of your screen, you'll see you'll get rewarded a bunch of additional resources like exotics and food and water, and not to mention all the gear and then all the XP that you're getting, which is amazing. The devs did such a good job on XP. I like it. It was the fastest season's reward track ever in all the years. Yeah, if you go to probably the monument has a lot of those activities, and that's not a bad way too. Like here, if you just play this loop, you know, at least you're getting some diversity in gameplay too, you know what I mean? So you're not doing the same thing. But look at all these. This is a crazy loop. Now, I'm not a big fan of these propaganda broadcasts because you have to sit there and wait for waves, and I get bored sitting there waiting for the wave. And, you know, you try to predict which door they're coming out of sometimes, but this is a fun little loop. You could just do this loop over and over again, and then every now and again a Warhound convoy will pop in. So that's kind of fun, you know, if you want to mix it up. But I'm always kind of farming at the same time too. Sort of. Depends on if the map is allowing me to farm. To not being stingy. "24 minutes. This is the Division 2. It probably looks like Splinter Cell. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. We got 3 Picar's holster off this one control point. What's up with that? Yeah, around 800, maybe 850. I didn't see that last change there. I should pay attention. We'll do one more. And then you're getting headshot XP on top of that. Yeah, vape. You will get addicted to this game. So when people ask me, is the Division 2 worth playing? And I say, don't start, buddy. The Division 2 can ruin every other game that you play, you know? You get addicted to it. You're on this never-ending quest eventually too. Once you get there, once you figure that part of the game out, you end up in this never-ending quest to create the perfect build, you know? And you find that perfect build, but then, you know, you keep going anyways, looking for that perfect build, you know? And the game delivers new gear and stuff, so you're always exploring, you know, new things. You got Todd gloves? T-O-D-D? Huh. Is that the purple ones? Let me see here. Yep, those are those. That's funny that you just got those. So that's technically a glitch in the game. These gloves aren't supposed to be dropping. The Todd to-do gloves is what they are. Chopping hell gloves. They're a vanity item that's dropping in the open world, and they're not supposed to. They probably drop as purple. Some of you might have deleted them thinking they were just junk gear, but they're actually, I don't know if you can delete them, but they're actually a skin for your gloves. So yeah, go into your gloves and attach it. It's a skin. And they're part of some vanity event or something. I don't know. But... So remember, you got to stay inside your Apex Predator with this build. So let's track how much XP we get at the end. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I saw that coming. Saw that coming. No, world difficulty affects your experience. So it should go up. Anything that increases difficulty is supposed to increase your XP. So playing in group will also increase your XP. But it's actually a philosophy. Some people... It's hyenas here again. It's actually some people for XP farming and efficiency. There's a philosophy where... You know, to drop down a level to go faster, you get less XP, but you clear more content per hour. So you can do that too. We tested that last season. It was, you know, it all came out to being the same. That's what the devs want too. They're a concept that what the devs are looking for, and I'm sure they've tested it, is, in this case, it sounds like they did a pretty good job, is to make sure that every activity is giving you the same XP per hour.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Come on, man.
Science critical.
Shooting sideways. That's what the hell? That sideways shooting shit gets me killed. All right, I'll take it. My bad. Hey, dude, you just stole my kill.
Hostiles guarding location nearby. Incoming hostiles detected.
Wow, she could shoot through that sign. Did you see that? She was shooting through that sign. That's fucking bullshit.
Location guarded by hostiles.
These ladies suck. See, look, like I feel like I'm way too far away to be getting hit by that gas, right? You can agree to disagree. That's bullshit, dude. You can't move like that. People don't fight this way. Breaking all the rules. Why does it keep being this guy that kills me? I can't shoot him. This guy's a pain in my ass.
Location nearby.
Sideways shooting like a gangster. That's why determined has to be a thing in this game, because of bullshit like that. You know what I mean? They're jumping around like monkeys and shit, and... "15 minutes. Yeah, Agent Smith Matrix shit, it is.
Hostile detected. Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Wait, what was that? What is that? What is that movement? This guy too. So yeah, I totally missed. Oh, another one. Really? Really? All right. See how this game's gonna be. Again. These hyenas are hitting hard today.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
So what do you guys think of that new Cavalier gear set? Anybody really enjoying it yet? Anybody dug in on it? Anybody using it into Dark Zone?
Access unlocked.
Cavalier gear set for the Division 2. It's kind of tanky, group orientated. The description is off on it. I know that much. You liking it, babe? See hot shots. There it is. Can I get a sound check on the funky music coming from Ubisoft? And my voice. Can you hear Ubisoft's music? Thank you, guys. Funky mic check, funky music check. Right on, right on. All right, so the drops, I see the drops event, guys. They start at 10 a.m. So the drops won't start for another 24 minutes. 10 a.m. to 11:15. Let me change my message here. That's a good one, Sass. I dig that. No sleep till Brooklyn. I'll see if I can find a good version of it and then remix it. No sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah, let's see what the lineup is first. So last year, if you guys remember, we saw a lot of Assassin's Creed stuff. And us Division folks were a little disappointed on that. And then we saw some Heartland, the Division Heartland, but it was nothing too new at that point. I think it was all been there, done that, seen it before. But 80% Star Wars. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're probably right because they did that. I think xDEFIANT, we're going to get some news on xDEFIANT. And I think we're going to get some... well, let's see. I hope not too much on Skull and Bones. We saw a lot on that last year. But xDEFIANT, I want to hear some news on the launch. And then Resurgence, I think we are going to get some good news on Resurgence. Stay tuned for that. And then, what else? Resurgence, oh, Avatar. I wanted that Avatar. I've seen a little bits and pieces on Avatar, and I think it looks pretty darn cool. So I can't wait to get some more on that. We'll see. Yeah, I'm ready for some xDEFIANT too. I like that game. Because mostly for, you know, a lot of my work here in the Division 2 has been PvE, and PvP is kind of messy. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but Division 2 PvP is a little messy. And it gets even messier when they introduce new things. And so I imagine that shock ammo is causing people hell because, like I said before, you can just go and earn a bunch of shock ammo and then keep that weapon as your secondary weapon, and then use whatever your primary weapon is and just flip through that weapon just to shock people, you know? And you need, in order to be fully resistant to that status effect, you need to get a lot of hazard protection on your build, more than what Cavalier is going to be doing. So I think that's causing some nightmares. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, 3 minutes. Yeah, I think it should stack like the PTS too, yeah. Should be able to continue to stack it. The other thing is you lose your stacks when you fast travel. That's kind of annoying. So, or if you switch weapons, you lose stacks too. And that's also annoying because if you are using your Thunder Strike, you know, so you gain these stacks. It's really weird how it works. So I don't know if you caught on to this, but you get a 100-round mag, right? And let's say it takes a couple of mags to earn all your ammo, but the ammo doesn't arrive automatically and reload your weapon, right? You got to reload your weapon in order to get the ammo that you earned. So there's no auto reload of that special ammo. It doesn't just appear in your mag, in your live mag. So you have to reload. But what happens between when you earned the ammo and then when you have to reload, you gain more stacks, you know? And so, but the problem is when you shock somebody and then switch to your Thunder Strike, you lose those stacks. So there's a disincentive to switch weapons to Thunder Strike, which is the only reason why it exists. Okay, I'm gonna turn off that timer here.
Peggy 18.
Quick shout out to Ubisoft for letting me co-stream this as a Ubisoft partner.
Welcome to the Ubisoft Forward pre-show. The main show will begin in 15 minutes, but until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy a jam-packed pre-show.
The past year of Rainbow Six Siege has brought some of the most impactful updates in the game's history. we asked top creators from YouTube and Twitch to tell us what they think about Siege today.
Siege is a completely different game than it was like 5, 4, 3 years ago. There's way more operators.
There's so many things that you can test out when there's a new operator, whether it's the interactions with the other operators, or maybe the operator just has a cool gun and it's just fun to play.
The zombie specifically, I guess, in the most recent, impactful defensive, add-on for operators. I fell in love with her. I thought it was cool that you could hide yourself. You could even hide the bomb chassis and convince people that the site that they were supposed to be attacking on wasn't actually there because you had, successfully hidden the bomb.
Most hero shooters dream of having their entire roster essentially be viable operators, and I think Siege has really nailed that.
When I stream Rainbow Six Siege, and someone who hasn't played in a long time, they come into stream and I'm playing Emerald Plains and they're like, what is that map? Like, who are you even playing?
We're about to get the rework to Consulate, which I think is huge.
Playing around on reworked maps and doing things like replay C4s and pulse scanning from below. Those tactical plays are some of the most satisfying that you ever get in gaming.
Cross progression was awesome. I started on PS4, so I had several years from being one of those veteran year one players under my belt, and so I had all the cool skins and even levels, renown, all that kind of stuff. So having that suddenly be on my PC account, which I started, I don't know, probably 3 years into my journey, was fantastic.
Console community has been begging Ubisoft for some kind of answer to the Zim situation. And I know the mousetrap was a huge announcement that a lot of console players were waiting for.
The most groundbreaking thing added to Siege for me was Ranked 2.0.
I'm really excited for the changes for the shields. I feel like it's been a long time coming.
I love things like the shooting range, being able to change attachments, switch seamlessly between weapons and operators. It's an amazing change.
The newest season has just been released, and a whole lot more is on the way, so there's a lot of Siege to be excited for. Why not go watch a game in action and see for yourself?
When you experience the adrenaline to play in tournaments, to win tournaments, you know that you can't live without that anymore. I feel like moving countries to pursue my dream and career was very difficult at the beginning because I had to leave some people behind, in Brazil. But you have to be the best, you have to think that you are the best. There's a pressure of being a team captain because, for example, if I'm not scared to play a match, my team's not gonna be scared, Like on social media, when people see that, they respect me. Everybody's gonna look up to us like, oh, a new dynasty, like the forbidden word. I feel we have everything that we need to be the best team in the world. We just have to prove to everyone else. My dream is to win two big tournaments in a row. To win is the most important thing. If we lose this game or win this game, it's my fault,
What a pre-filer from Alabama.
So it's all on my shoulders.
We work in a discipline that has certain gaps between the people that make buildings and the people that use buildings, and I think we could use games and virtual spaces as a way of breaking down those boundaries and inviting new audiences to participate in architectural design. There's an important relationship between architecture, urbanism and video games. An understanding of how real cities are formed, how people behaved in cities, how people gathered in crowds is often very, very helpful in being able to articulate that meaningfully in a fictional world as well.
Video Game Urbanism is the name of our teaching studio. We've been teaching this for a number of years now, working with students to promote the use of game engine technology as an architectural method for design.
We've been gamers since we were young, and I think that really informed, in some way, our decision to become architects because we've always been really interested by spaces. So Ubisoft approached us to reinterpret one of their games in any way we'd like to.
We were interested in how Unity opens up the city in a new way, rather than just experiencing things from the street, being able to really kind of navigate across the buildings, the rooftops, the facade, interacting with architecture in a different way.
As architects, we're trained to see buildings in a particular way, but a game like Assassin's Creed Unity lets us break that and see the city in a new light.
So when we were researching the game, we found it really interesting to read some of the interviews and some of the material from the developers as to how they approach the design of the architecture, and hearing that, you know, you're facing real virtual problems we also face as architects sometimes was a really interesting insight. We thought it would be really interesting to explore video game architecture using an architectural methodology such as a scaled model.
So we go from the riverside to the old kind of medieval areas of the city where the buildings are much smaller and irregular, through to the larger kind of boulevards.
And we're standing here today in the Bourse de Commerce, which is obviously the highlight of the model here.
We picked the Aloe Blade because we think it was a really good example of a building that's use has changed maybe quite a lot from the game to the present day, even to the fact that it's got a new insertion in it from an architect that we really loved. And it was a really interesting building to look at.
We really like the way that games are totally kind of user-centric spaces, which is definitely something architecture can learn from.
Stay tuned for exclusive reveals on Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the Crew Motorfest, all in 10 minutes.
It's okay to be scared. I know.
Moron! You suck!
Still learning about mentality. You gotta work on yourself, you gotta be better about it.
The show's about to begin. Get your snacks, get
Yay!
settled. Ready?
Snacks!
Let's go!
Yo.
Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Jump on the dance floor. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Jump on the dance floor.
Efkosa na vieranel, tokpeja hemitse.
Here we go, let's do this. Avatar.
The RDA's greed poisoned our world.
Secure the perimeter. All threats must be eliminated.
They took everything from us. From me. I was trained in their ways, their technology, their weapons. Things that a Navi should not know. And then one day, they left.
Hell's Gate is under attack. Evacuate now. kill all the Navi children.
But before they did, our teacher saved us and put us to sleep.
This is your only chance to survive.
And there I remained for 15 years. Until one day, I awoke. And I was free. Free to explore my world. Free to decide who I was going to be. Free to discover what I was meant to do.
Now you see what they kept you from. Your true home.
Now Pandora is under attack again.
Don't let the Na'vi get in our way. Get rid of them.
And I have a choice to make. I choose to protect my home. I was a child of two worlds. I am no longer. I am Navi. Sivako.
Hi there everyone, I'm Jim Cameron, the creator of Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water. In developing both of these films, I set out to imagine another world, a world as rich and complex as our own. And we wanted the audience to feel as though they were really on Pandora, to dream with their eyes wide open, and to explore this world with our characters. And it's always been our vision to embrace technology to allow us to find new ways outside the cinema to immerse people in this world. Our friends at Ubisoft share this same ambition, and the team at Massive have been pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games to bring a new corner of Pandora to life. So with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, our creative team at Lightstorm has been able to share their insights with Massive's talented team, who are experts in creating living, open worlds. Together, we'll be able to bring players to the Western frontier, with new environments, new flora and fauna, and new characters, and an original story that coexists with the events of the Avatar films. We can't wait for you to join this adventure, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar once again.
My name is Dieter Deenfeld, and as the game director, I'm proud to be representing the team behind Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora today, and excited to share a sneak peek of what we've been working on. In this all-new story, you'll set out on a journey of discovery to unravel the mysteries of your past, learn what it means to be Navi, and explore new parts of Pandora on land or together with your trusted Banshee in the air. Our ambition is to create a playground where curiosity is rewarded. This tangible and highly immersive first-person experience will allow you to closely connect to a beautiful open world, touch and interact with it, using your size, your superhuman strength, and your natural agility to gain the upper hand. As the Navi say, Sivako, let's rise to the challenge on December 7th. Until then, we're delighted to show you a glimpse of this adventure. So prepare to lose yourselves in the beauty and the danger of the Western frontier. Thank you. Welcome to Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, a first-person action-adventure game that invites you to explore the engaging world of Avatar in an immersive open-world experience. I'm Didi Dienfeld, Game Director, and I'm excited to reveal what's waiting for you on Pandora. The story of our game begins when the RDA expands their operations to the western frontier. John Mercer, one of the leaders of the RDA, abducts you and other Na'vi children from your home to teach you the ways of humans, hoping to mold you and turn you against your own people. But his plan is interrupted by the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, and you are put into emergency cryosleep. When you awaken, 15 years later, you are a stranger in your birthplace. Knowing the dangers posed by the RDA, you set out to take them down and look to secure the help of other Na'vi clans. Initially, you're perceived as an outsider, so you have to reconnect with your lost Na'vi heritage to gain their trust. On your adventure, you'll find your own path as you discover what it means to be Na'vi. You'll explore new regions of Pandora, each with their own unique biomes. The Kinglor Forest is a lush rainforest brimming with life and dense vegetation in the shade of awe-inspiring floating mountains. This is the home of the Aranahe, a clan of peaceful weavers who will guide you on your first hunt and on your first flight. The Aranahe will show you the way to the rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. The Ikram is a devoted companion that you can name, feed, and customize. Experiment with acrobatics and feel a rush of adrenaline as you dive from the sky and explore the open world of Pandora from the air. If you travel north, you'll get to the upper plains, an expansive grassland filled with contrasts and open views as far as the eye can see. The nomadic Seswa clan live here in symbiosis with gigantic beasts called Sakru. Earn the clan's trust, and they will teach you the art of riding dire horses. And further west, the mysterious clouded forest, where hidden in the mist, nothing is as it seems. Here lives the Kamatiri, a clan of healers with their own dark reasons to stay hidden. RDA operations are threatening the balance of Pandora. They build facilities of all sizes to exploit resources at any cost, spreading devastating pollution. In the process, animals are hurt and poached. You'll need to stop the RDA from ravaging your home, and when you are ready, you will take the fight to them. As a child of two worlds, you can learn to master multiple combat styles. Your powerful instincts allow you to get an overview of the battlefield, mark your enemies, and identify weak points. Traditional Na'vi weapons are versatile and precise. You can use the longbow to hit long-range targets, or the staff sling to set up traps. For a more explosive approach, you can leverage your human training and go for the blast of an assault rifle, a shotgun, or go bigger with the occasional rocket launcher. On foot, you can also rely on your incredible strength to take down AMP units. Above the clouds, your Ikran will help you in aerial combat against the RDA. Destroying RDA facilities will have a tangible impact on your world. With the pollution removed, Pandora heals. You'll be able to harvest the best quality material again and craft better gear and weapons. You will also find ingredients to cook and make meals to get stronger. As you keep discovering what it truly means to become Na'vi, you'll improve your skills by connecting to Awa through the Tarshu plant and learn from the memories of your ancestors. Skill upgrades can improve many aspects of your character, such as your natural agility to move through the world, your stealth approach when hunting or fighting, or the handling of your weapons and mounts. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a captivating action-adventure game designed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC. You will be able to play the full story campaign in single player or with a friend online in 2-player co-op. We invite you to explore this world of wonder. Become Na'vi and take down the RDA to protect Pandora.
That just said December 7th. Wow.
Let's go, chat. Let's get it, baby.
You have some fun with it.
Oh, another gun.
Oh my.
Another one.
This feels great.
You're all. I got 2. Oh my. Oh! The kill streak! I'm going crazy! I'm going X Games mode!
You should do it.
Good. That's good. Oh my shields. What the?
Gotta be gentle with the tap. Oh yeah, this scope is so good.
Oh my god, brother.
See? Gentle.
Yeah, now I'm losing flow right now.
That's a 5-piece.
Oh,
this game's fun, man. This game's great.
I made some critical damage. What about you?
I'm so excited about this game in general.
I mean, I love like the pacing of the game, though. I think like it all just works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's get some. xDEFIANT. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Mark Rubin, executive producer on xDEFIANT. What you just saw was a collection of live clips and reactions from players streaming our game during our closed beta test in April. And we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the amazing response to our game from players all over the world. Now, for us, community has really been the core of this game's development. And we've had 28 public tests so far, with the recent closed beta being the largest, and of course, the first with no NDA. And throughout all of these tests, we've done our best to listen and respond to the feedback of players. So thank you so much to the more than 1.5 million players who have participated in those tests, and the countless creators and streamers who shared their footage and feedback about xDEFIANT. Now we're ready to look towards the future. We are currently planning on launching later this summer. But before we do that, we will be holding another test to address some of the feedback from the closed beta.
Yes.
This open session will be available to everyone on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S from June 21st to June 23rd. This is a short test, but we are opening it to everyone to get as much feedback as possible on our new netcode, our controller tuning, and of course, to stress out the servers as much as possible. So if you have not played xDEFIANT yet, this is your chance. But let's talk about what's going to happen when we launch later this summer. We will start with a 6-week preseason that will have all of our launch content with 14 maps, 5 factions, 24 weapons, and much, much more. We then move into our year 1 content schedule, which is packed with some really exciting content, with 4 brand new meta-changing factions, each with unique characters and skills, 12 new weapons, and 12 new maps. That's 1 new map every month, all inspired by Ubisoft's amazing worlds. And I think you may really be surprised at where we go. Year 1 is really going to have a lot of great gameplay content, all focused on creating a fun arcade FPS experience. And we are committed to staying true to our community and to strive to make xDEFIANT the best place to compete and have fun. Now, it's been quite the journey to get to this point. So thank you again to all of the players that supported xDEFIANT so far. And for everyone who hasn't yet had the chance, we hope to see you in game soon. Thank you.
That is huge news, guys. Huge. All of that was big. We'll recap, but that was all big.
Hi, everyone. It's so exciting to be with you today. About 30 years ago, in 1989, I discovered a great action-adventure game, both challenging my skills and respecting my cleverness. It was Prince of Persia. I am Muniradi, game director of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Time has come to open a new chapter and to journey in legendary Persia, in an era where the laws of mortals were ruled by the laws of gods. You are Sargon, a fearless sword prodigy, the youngest member of a squad of 7 elite warriors, the Immortals. One night, Prince Hassan, sole heir to the throne, is abducted and taken to her hostile and cursed land, Mount Kaf. You and your brothers in arms are sent on a rescue mission to save Prince Hassan. However, this assignment will cast you straight into the lion's den. And it is here that you, Sargon, and the whole kingdom must prepare to face the greatest threat of your lives. This is your story. In Mount Kaf, your destiny awaits. When entering Mount Kaf, your mission is clear. Find Prince Hassan and bring him back to Persepolis. However, Mount Kaf becomes a prison full of hostile inhabitants. Now separated from your allies, you discover a grand citadel full of mysteries, where time flows differently.
What is this sorcery?
The past coexists with the future. In this cursed land, exploration is everything. This is a semi-open world that delivers new secrets as you find new powers. But to reach new areas, you have to master your skills and your sense of timing, a trademark of Prince of Persia. During this epic journey, you won't be the only one trapped in Mount Kaf.
Goddess and blacksmith to the gods.
Some dwellers are willing to help you, while others are more reluctant. But Sargon is a swordsman like no other. He is a fierce warrior, known for being elusive, ruthless, and extremely skillful on the battlefield. Fueled by anger, he constantly puts his life on the line to perform devastating attacks. Time powers are back. But this time,
What the hell was that?
not only in your hands. To face such a challenge, master a new side of his time powers and defy gravity. By combining all these skills together, you can express your creativity to solve Mancap's mysteries and execute brutal combos in epic combats. And that's just a glimpse of what Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is all about. I'd like to thank Matrix, who composed the in-game music you are just listening to. And of course, my fantastic team at Ubisoft Montpellier. We cannot wait for you to get your hands on the game. It releases on January 18, 2024 on all platforms. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hi. My name is Adi Shankar. I'm a TV and movie producer. You may know me from the Castlevania animated series on Netflix, or one of my fan fiction shorts on YouTube. 7 years ago, I got a call from Ubisoft offering me the opportunity to adapt one of their very serious franchises into an anime. But instead, I came back to them with a crazy concept inspired by the mood of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yeah. This concept used Ubisoft's vast library of characters and remixed them into one delirious anime series that would become this love letter to the 90s. Or at least how I remember the 90s. And to my absolute surprise, Ubisoft said no. Just kidding. They said yes. That's why I'm up here. Come on. This is the story of how the first anime series by Ubisoft was born. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. This show is many things. It's violent. It's a dystopian fiction in the spirit of the works of Aldous Huxley. It's a spoof. It's a satire. It's dark comedy. It's a love story. And as a descendant of Indian mystics, I can tell you it's the most philosophically conscious show you've watched in a long time. The series was picked up by Netflix, It was animated by the renegade genius pirates at Bobby Pill's studio. And today, I'm very happy to announce that barring an apocalypse, which may happen, it will be released worldwide later this year. And that's not all. I'm even more excited to share with you an action-packed, Easter egg-filled teaser trailer right now.
Are you hyping for a miracle? Are you hyping for a miracle?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. 5 years ago, the Crew 2 took off. Now, each month, millions of thrill seekers, just like you, are enjoying, playing, eager to see what's next. I am Stéphane Bellet, Creative Director of the Crew. Thanks. Hey. Today, at last, it is my pleasure to introduce the future of the Crew, Motorfest, our own new take on the action-driving genre, a celebration for car lovers to share and experience car culture fantasy on the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii. No matter how you enjoy cars and driving, on your own or with your crew, Motorfest has something for everyone. Motorfest, your portal to a medley of high-octane experiences. You choose how you like to have fun with your cars. This is what Motorfest playlists are all about. Playlists are truly at the heart of Motorfest. Want to immerse yourself in the most exciting worlds of car culture? Yeah. Dive into the legacy of the world's most influential automakers. Light up the night street racing scene, Japanese style. Unleash the cutting-edge power of electric supercars. And this is just a taste. For the first time ever, we leave the US mainland behind. Our festival has landed in one of the most breathtaking and vibrant places on Earth, Oahu. Let's find out why Oahu is the perfect playground for driving fun. Race through the city street of Honolulu. Barrel up black ash covered slopes adventure deep into lush rainforests, or cruise the dunes at sunset with your friends. Opportunities for fun and challenges are endless. A unique playground like this calls for a profusion of vehicles. Choose and customize your ride with one of the most diverse lineups ever, from past, present, and future. Recognize the latest from Lamborghini? I think so, yeah, I know. You are as thrilled as I am to get behind the wheel of this beauty. Hey, some of you have spent a lot of energy building the perfect vehicle collection in the Crew 2. In a few weeks, you will be able to import your vehicle collection into the Crew Motorfest for free. Thanks. So stay tuned for more news about the collection import and our complete festival program later this month during our summer showcase. Since the beginning of the year, thousands of players have tested the game and given us priceless feedback through the Insider program. Join the party, register now for a closed beta, and share with the world your experience in July. From the entire team at Ubisoft Ivory Tower, mahalo, thank you. Welcome to Motorfest. Enjoy the ride.
everyone. I hope you enjoyed that first look at this exciting new way to play Assassin's Creed. Coming to MetaQuest this holiday, Assassin's Creed Nexus will push the boundaries of VR and let you become the assassin. You will feel what it means to parkour, fight, and be stealthy in new memories from 3 legendary assassins, Ezio, Cassandra, and Connor. I cannot wait to see our players feel the thrill of virtual reality in the Assassin's Creed universe. But there is more. Nexus is not the only game that will offer new ways to play Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Codename Jade is our first open-world RPG game on mobile. It will take you to ancient China in a time of intrigue and conspiracy. In this brand new adventure, you'll experience the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay for free, anywhere, anytime. I am glad to announce that you can register now for the upcoming beta. Here's a glimpse of what you can expect.
Legacy. It's honoring those that came before us, learning from their triumphs and mistakes, to illuminate and hold their stories to the light for all to see. That inheritance of knowledge helps to guide and shape our future. Now it's your turn to build on those foundations and rise to even greater heights, to step out of the shadows and into a vast world, to make your own legacy.
We've all been waiting for this moment. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a very special game, designed as an homage to the first titles of the series that many of us fell in love with. Coming October 12th, Assassin's Creed Mirage takes the franchise back to its roots. Sarah, our narrative director for the game, will come on stage to tell you more about Basim and his journey. But before that, let's watch our story trailer.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
Time to put my medal on.
Fulath, tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. The feathers forge our paths, remind us of who we are, who we can be.
The Order has held dominion over men and their empires for centuries. Strike quickly and end this.
Swallow your questions, serve without complaint. Who is she to tell you when to strike?
Everything you do serves the hidden ones. That is a strange kind of freedom.
You are not the first to walk the shadows broken. Pour your pain into the Brotherhood.
We are messengers of justice. and not the final judges.
He knows not what he is. Have you not wondered at your nature?
What does it mean to be free? What must be sacrificed in the quest for freedom and justice the hidden ones fiercely pursue? How can you find your path and fulfill your destiny when you don't know who you really are? As he grows from street thief to master assassin, Basim thinks he has found a sense of purpose as a hidden one, working in the dark to serve the light. But his nightmarish visions keep haunting him, leading to more questions with no answer. In Baghdad, seeking the truth comes with a price. The capital of the Abbasid Empire, one of the richest, most diverse, and most advanced cities in the world, is at a turning point of its history. Unrest is growing, seeding a revolution against corruption and arbitrary justice, an uprising that will turn the tides of history and change the lives of everyone. Childhood friends, fellow hidden ones, as well as newly formed allies and enemies will shape Basim's adventure. But his horrific visions are the face of a struggle that he can only handle alone. There is a lot to look forward to in Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the best way to make you understand our unique Back to the Roots experience is to show you the game. In the following gameplay walkthrough, we meet Basim right after the assassination of his first main target, as he reports back to Roshan in Harbiya's Assassin Bureau. Enjoy.
There you are.
Don't let him escape!
Time to vanish.
Get back here, dog! You hear that, bloodbag?
Stand and fight, you worm!
You're dead! Getting away!
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I am glad you're safe.
Alhamdulillah. A first of many achievements to come, Basim.
We should only hope. There's still much work to do. While our focus was on Al Ghul, Fulaf quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
I have found dwellings in 3 districts that are most unassuming. Abid and Rebecca have arrived from Alamut and set off to Al Abbasiyah and Karh. I will make my way to Sharqiya shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karh, where corruption is as common as the arid air. See Abu Ja'far about some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Resourceful as always. My thanks, Abu Ja'far.
This is the place. What do you see, Enkidu? Let us reconsider the approach. Act as usual.
That guard who likes me said she and Ali's followers are trying to overthrow the prince.
What madness! They will surely fail.
Shit! What? She got the bastards!
What? Hey! Die now!
Hey! The sky is safe, my friend. Survey the area, Enkidu. There is my target.
I heard his favorite was a spy. And that could be why we had a rough
You learn your play!
Tell me what I wish to know, and no more need die this day.
Thank you so much.
Come on.
There he is! Stop him! No!
Where is the sword? He must face the law.
everyone. So first, I want to start by saying thank you to all gamers all around the world. It's thanks to you that we are here today. You are at the heart of everything we do. And to all Ubisoft teams around the world as well, I would like to say a big thank you. Your talent and passion are at the foundation of this fantastic lineup. So I hope you are all excited to explore the amazing playground you have seen today. At Ubisoft, we are creators of worlds. We are also proud to partner with some of the biggest names in entertainment to create original stories in beloved universes. Now, I am very happy to welcome Julian from Ubisoft Massive to give you a first look at Star Wars Outlook and gameplay. So thank you. Julian?
Calm down. Do you want to see gameplay or not? All right, let's get over the speech and let's get to the gameplay. Star Wars Outlaws takes place in a time of great civil unrest across the galaxy. For some, this is a time of turmoil. For Outlaws, this is a time of opportunity. As a cunning thief, Kay Vess and her companion Nyx fight for survival every single day, relying on their skills and resourcefulness to get by. As they struggle to make ends meet, Kay and Nyx dream of the day that they will finally be free. But while seeking this freedom, Kay unexpectedly becomes one of the galaxy's most wanted. So to free herself from the bounty that follows her, Kay will need to pull off one of the greatest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen. As they navigate the underworld, caught between criminal syndicates and vicious, ruthless villains, Kay and Nyx will manage their reputation by taking on risky contracts and navigating complex relationships, all whilst avoiding oppressive imperial rule. Kay and Nyx's journey will take them across the galaxy through stunning, varied open-world locations and the wilds of space. One of these locations is Tashara, a moon that features windswept savanna and amberine canyons. Carved into Tashara's striking landscape, the city of Miragana serves as a central hive of scum and villainy. Kay and Nyx will encounter several criminal syndicates that learn that everything is measured in the value of influence, reputation, or cold, hard credits. This presents an abundance of opportunities and dangers for a young, ambitious scoundrel like Kay. On behalf of Massive in Sweden, along with Ubisoft Annecy, Barcelona, Bucharest, Chengdu, Milan, Montpellier, Paris, Shanghai, Toronto, and our amazing team at Lucasfilm Games, it's our privilege to present to you this first ever look at Star Wars Outlaws gameplay. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. Thank you.
Good boy.
I want that fighter stripped for parts by tomorrow.
On it. All right, Nix. Let's go get paid. That worked.
He's the boss because he knows how to handle the Empire.
We cannot trust those officers. They take our credits now, but what stops them from stabbing us in the back?
Nix. Hit that button. Nice one. Hang on tight, little buddy.
I was just leaving.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
El Pecata.
Ugh, shield.
Hey, Nix! Catch! This is getting bad. Let's try this out.
Dick Ferrick!
I think that went pretty well, right?
Oh, these guys don't quit!
Hang on! That was close. ND5, I got the package. Where are you?
Waiting for you in Jauntus Hope. Were you seen?
I said I got it. What else matters?
Should I assume we won't be working for the Pikes anytime soon?
Well, they'll probably forgive me.
Comforting.
There's Jauntus Hope. We made it, Nix. Hey, Andy.
You're late, Kay. Doc is waiting.
What? Are you worried?
No.
Okay.
No Troy.
What?
Be careful. Danka's a broker, not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
Round 2 and I still like my odds. Vess. Back already. I told you she's fresh, but she's good.
Who's this?
Just a friend. Join us.
Job was more complicated than you said, Danka.
You lived. Hey, these aren't toys. They're investments.
Wait. We haven't met. Don't really know many of you.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates. I could say you're a threat to the Empire. But I won't have to, if you're smart.
Thanks, but I'm smart enough to get myself out of trouble.
You pay the tax just like everyone else.
Whoa, kid, let's just relax.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
All troopers, we have reports of a fugitive in Jaunter's Hope. Move to apprehend.
That Imperial announcement wouldn't be about you, would it?
Could be.
I told you not to trust her.
Not the first time we've outrun the Empire.
We need to leave.
Yeah, no kidding. Are we good?
Nothing on the sensors, yet.
Anybody on the sensors now?
TIE fighters on us.
Got one!
I feel inclined to remind you that we should shake the Empire, quickly.
Thanks, I'm working on it. ND, get us out of here.
Spooling hyperdrive.
Let's jump. We made it. Hey. Got your new toy.
So, where do we go next?
Anywhere we want.
Yatuka!
Let's see if they have anything else to say here real quick.
She's really good at sneaking around. You know, she's charming and she'll like talk to you, but she's already taking all your things. She isn't perfect at it, but she always seems to get away with it.
Kay really finds herself in a bit of a jam. You know, she's got a bounty on her back and is trying to find work. That's when she starts to really realize, I kind of like this underworld business. I kind of like this world, and she's trying to thrive on it.
She has to survive because nobody else will save her unless it's her. The only person that she has is her companion, Nyx. They're not even human, but that is the closest thing she has to feeling a part of something in the world.
I also think that Nyx, in a lot of ways, is kind of an extension of Kay, both in a gameplay sense or a story sense, you know. In gameplay, she allows Kay to do things she never thought possible. And in the story, it's also a way for Kay to kind of sense when something's off or see an opportunity or that kind of thing. Really, they're completely connected.
I love that relationship. I'm so excited for people to meet Nyx because they're gonna fall in love with him too.
Outlaws takes place right between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so it's the civil war between the rebellion and the Empire. That has actually created this pocket of opportunity for syndicates and criminal organizations to rise up in that space. We've got the Pikes, we've got the Hutts, we've got a new syndicate that we've crafted for this game called the Ashiga Clan. And one of the phrases we always held on to was this notion of you live and die by your reputation. So it's really exciting for Kay and hopefully for players.
She's so fearless. You'll see her just go for it, and there's no stopping her, even when there's danger involved. Even when there's fear underneath it, she'll never let you see it. Not really.
For a scoundrel story, you know, you really have to ask yourself, when is enough enough? How far is Kay willing to go to land that big score? And those are questions she's going to tackle through the whole story. We worked with Lucasfilm every step of the way in crafting the story, and they were an invaluable partner in helping us create and craft this thing. They were really embracing us with open arms in terms of, hey, we want to focus on the underworld, we want to focus on an outlaw navigating through that space, but we're sort of there to help guide and point out, like, hey, here's an opportunity you might not have looked at, or there's a character you might want to consider. So really, it was a partnership through and through.
I feel like this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest franchise of our lifetime. The themes, like everything, has just been a part of our world. And for me and for the world of Star Wars, I know that people are gonna love this game, not just for how amazing the gameplay is, but like the story itself, to see a young girl become a woman and become an outlaw.
What, are you worried?
No.
Umberlee's energy, her humor, her wit, all of that really has kind of helped inform the character. She has a way of jumping between that matinee action, high stakes tone to shifting to really intimate, really personal performances that make you connect to Kay.
Getting to bring my own heart and then mix it in with that confidence and her toughness and her charm and wit, it's really fun. It makes her very endearing, even though she's a very tough person.
You won't make it off to Shara alive. Maybe.
And yeah, it kind of feels like she was always meant to be Kay. She informs it in every way.
I love bringing a character like this to life, and it's an honor, honestly, to be a part of this world. It's definitely a dream come true, and I'm still doing it, so literally like about to hop and do a scene right now. So it's all just exciting, and I feel now I'm really locked into the character. The team is amazing, and I feel very supported, and I'm happy that they found me, because I feel like I was meant to play this role. Make sure to catch me alongside with some developers and cast members at Comic-Con International this July in San Diego.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Outlaws official gameplay walkthrough breakdown. I'm Chastity Vicencio with Ubisoft News, and I'm joined by narrative director Naveed Kavari, creative director Julian Garrity, and game director Matthias Carlson, who are going to give us more information about what we saw in the gameplay walkthrough.
Here we go. And this is our first ever introduction to Nyx.
Nyx is a Merkal, a rare and exotic creature whose home planet still remains a mystery. He's got a very curious personality, as you can see here. He can be a bit stubborn, but he has an incredibly strong bond with Kay and always follows her lead. She's grown up with Nyx for most of her life. He's not just a pet, he's family.
Good boy.
And here we have Kay. First introduction to a brand new scoundrel in this galaxy.
Kay is a young thief who's found herself on the moon of Tashara, which is a hive of underworld activity. She's picked up a high-risk job to steal a priceless, sort of mollusk-like object from a lieutenant of the Pike Syndicate. Once she's grabbed it, with the help of Nyx, she's going to turn it in and earn some much-needed credits.
So Pikes are one of the syndicates that we'll be tangling with in Star Wars Outlaws. And the Pikes here are borrowing without permission some vehicles from the Empire and the Rebels and different people and cutting them up.
Nyx. Hit that button.
Nyx is more than just a lovable and fierce companion. Nyx is a whole bag of tricks in and of himself. You saw him push that button from a distance. He can distract guards. He can attack on command. He can help you with puzzles. He can help you discover secrets as well. He is very much conceived as a symbiotic part of the player's control over Kay and Nyx. So we're really thinking of them together as a whole.
I was just leaving.
So when we meet Kay in the beginning of the game, she knows her way around the blaster. It's not necessarily her first option or primary tool to solve a problem or a situation. However, as we progress through the game and its many ever more dangerous situations, both Kay and the blaster itself will evolve and improve. And you will soon find it to be a central and very versatile tool for more than just directly taking out enemies.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
And Kay's blaster is very meaningful to her. This blaster has a lot of modules that you can discover, upgrade, and apply to the blaster that allow you to deal with situations in radically different ways.
Hey, Nyx!
So here I think we have a very good example of the type of role Nyx can play, even in something like a full-on firefight, where that enemy that we took out dropped the gun that he was just about to shoot you with. Nyx can, slink down and retrieve that weapon for you.
Let's try this out. Dink Ferric!
Sometimes, best solution is just to get out of there. So ever since we kicked off this project in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, one of the things that they were passionate about, of course, is authenticity. One of the things we were passionate about is bringing something to the galaxy of Star Wars. And one of the biggest things was this moon, Tashara. And Tashara, we developed, working very closely with Lucasfilm, everything from its vegetation to the wildlife to its deep, rich culture, and all of the activities that we can discover during this trailer, and even more.
These guys don't quit!
One of the key pillars for both Kay the character and for the core gameplay in general in Star Wars Outlaws is what we call a resourceful underdog. Kay is a capable and daring person. And we reflect that in gameplay with you having access to a wide range of actions and abilities, ever growing, of course, as you play through the game, ranging from stealth to full-on firefights. So as we saw here, shooting from, driving your speeder of full speed ahead under fire from enemies. We said if we can make the player think like, oh, I can't believe I made it, when they just play through something, it's a success.
Kay's reputation with the syndicates will play a big role in how she approaches her journey, whether it's the Pikes, Huts, or others. We had a saying that in the underworld, you live and die by your reputation. As if a job she takes hurts a syndicate, those opportunities aren't available. So her choices play into how she experiences her journey.
There's Jonta's Hope.
This is Jonta's Hope. Jonta's Hope is one of the settlements that we have in the game. So this is a tiny outcrop, an oasis of civilization in these windswept plains. And it usually contains a drinking hole, a cantina, and these are hubs of activity too. So we very much enjoyed developing how it would look and feel and what sort of vibe that cantina would have.
But this is just one of many settlements and cities that Kay will discover across the galaxy. And that includes the capital of Miragana, a city on Tashara filled with corruption and underworld activity.
No.
Okay.
ND5 is a BX commando built by the Separatists and battle-hardened during the Clone Wars. Nowadays, though, he serves as kind of an enforcer droid in the underworld. He's partnered with Kay as they attempt to pull off a big, high-risk job. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
So various jobs and favors for the different characters and factions you encounter. They play an important role in everything from learning new things, actually unlocking equipment and abilities, to managing your precious reputation in the underworld, which is the key to some of the most lucrative opportunities out there. Important note though, something that's key to the fantasy of the free scoundrel lifestyle is that you're never in servitude of anyone. You're making your own choices, carving your own path through this world, making a name for yourself.
Job was more complicated than you said, Dunka.
You lived.
Who she works for, whether it's with syndicates or otherwise, is crucial to creating a reputation for herself. And then how she approaches those syndicates through those choices is going to be key to gaining bigger and better rewards.
Give me a second here, turning this all off. So, yeah, you know, a little disappointing. I mean, some great stuff in there, but I just want to, I guess, address the elephant in the room, which is not a lot on the Division, and I'm surprised by that. You know? What do you guys think? I mean, we saw it was really weird. It's really weird. I mean, it's really weird because, I mean, it's almost like they snipped out a section or they accidentally skipped over. I mean, that's what it feels like because they played the Division Resurgence, but there's so much news on it. All they played was the trailer for it. We got a lot of news on it. So the embargo's over, so I can talk about it, and I will be streaming it live. I can take a little break after this show for a couple hours, and then we'll see some Resurgence gameplay, and then I'll probably play it all through the week. And so I have until the 20th to play and share it with you guys. So many days of it, I'll just be kind of sprinkling it in. And I kind of reserved a lot of it. So I played a little bit, but I wanted to, I started to think about it, and I was like, you know what? I think the community would like to see these early stages. So you can create, you know, the character creation and, you know, that kind of fun stuff. And just so you guys can see how good it is, I kind of reserved some of that. And so, but it's pretty close to what you experience in this game, you know, with obviously a little bit more vibe towards Division 1. Not obviously, but it does have a more vibe towards Division 1, so. But yeah, so anyways, that being said, it's really weird that they didn't talk about it, because it's at a place that we're gonna be launching it in a few months, you know? So the launch date is in October this fall. So that's crazy. It's crazy that they didn't mention that. So, you know, I guess I'm thinking maybe they left it for us as the influencers. You know, maybe they were reserving that news for us, but anyways, so yeah, that game is just around the corner. So huge. Now, I took a bunch of notes here for us, and so I'd like to kind of review those notes real quick. They're not like super in depth because you guys were here, you saw it all. Oops, I'm about to die. Let me just kill myself. So it's some good, some bad, but you know, I think Avatar, let's just start with that. I think that Avatar looked pretty darn cool. I guess the good side is like the open world and the weapons, and I guess the perspective of being, I guess what we'll call on vehicles, looked pretty darn cool to be able to fly the Banshee or whatever you call that thing and ride the horses and whatever. But the downside, I guess, is that it's solo or 2-player co-op. I mean, I would like to see a little bit more out of the game than that. I'm always kind of weary about jumping into games. No, there's just 4 drops, Reaper. So I'm always kind of weary about games where it's all campaign orientated, because I feel like there's no end game. It just kind of ends. I don't know. We don't know. You know what I mean? But I get anxious about it. Like, am I going to beat the game and then it's done? And you spend this money and time and just to be kind of disappointed, waiting for what may or may not come, part 2 or DLCs or whatever. But yeah, it seems like it's some sort of looter shooter, you know. We got to see a little bit of that. I mean, I imagine, because you got different weapons and they were showing some of that. So, and then you're gaining what we would call skills by being able to learn how to ride a horse or other things, right? Other things that you learn how to do. So, you know, that's cool. But it would also be nice to be able to pick a faction and be able to be the bad guys, because they got some really cool vehicles. You know what I mean? It'd be cool to ride a mech or to be in one of those helicopters. Those are pretty cool. But either way, great news about that, though. That's coming this year. So that's this winter, December 7th, 2023. Ultimately, I think myself and a few others felt like it had that Far Cry feeling to it, but on an alien planet. You know, so yeah, you know, that could be really interesting. Far Cry, you know, I personally don't have any experience with Far Cry, but it's always intrigued me. It's always intrigued me, but yeah, so I'm gonna try it. I don't see why not. I mean, it's a cool game. It's really different. I think it's worth a shot. Anyways, xDEFIANT. Really excited about this. I feel like this was like the most exciting news we got out of everything. That xDEFIANT is gonna have an additional test on June 21st. That's in basically 9 days. That's 9 days away. Open to all to be able to test xDEFIANT. So we had 1 million people in the closed beta, and I jumped in there and it was pretty cool. It's cool. You guys are gonna like it. You know, I wasn't that excited about it at first. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a bad version of COD, and I think it was the opposite. It was like a better version of COD, right? So, and the package that they're gonna release, it seems to be pretty darn cool. So we got, the game is gonna launch later this summer. We don't have a hard date, but they said later this summer, so let's just imagine August. So there's gonna be a 6-week preseason with 14 maps, 5 factions, and 24 weapons. And then year 1 is gonna introduce 4 new factions, 12 new weapons, and 12 new maps, which is, it sounds like they're gonna drop 1 map per month. that's really cool. I mean, that's a great launch, you know. And you know, of course, this brings in the world, a lot of Ubisoft worlds into one game, and so we see a little bit of Splinter Cell in there. We see Far Cry. We see the Division, and I forget the other one. But so really cool. So that's something to be excited about. I know not everybody in this world coming from the Division 2 is a first-person shooter, but if you like fast-paced PvP, then this is one to try. It's pretty cool. So anyways, and I believe that's going to be a free-to-play. So what's the harm? Okay, Prince of Persia. That's that side-scroller game. That's going to come out January 18th of 2024. So that's just around the corner if that looked interesting to you. It actually reminded me of Guacamelee. Did you guys ever play that game? It was kind of an indie game, kind of small, but it was a side scroller too. And it was just like the same kind of animations against the same kind of foes. It was really reminded me of that. This whole kind of metaverse. Yeah, it really reminded me of it. I felt like it was like the same creators, but whatever. Anyways, really cool game. I don't know. I'm probably gonna skip that one personally, just because, you know, I only have so much time and it's not my typical go-to style of game. But I did like the animations. I did like the style. It looks fun, but not something that I'd personally invest in time-wise. Captain Laserhawk. So that's the anime series. It's picked up by Netflix. It's kind of a dystopian fiction dark comedy. That's going to release later this year, the same fall of 2023. So something outside of gaming, but a Ubisoft-sponsored program that I guess you can watch outside of your gaming. So on Netflix, something to look forward to. So the Division Resurgence, all we saw was some trailers / gameplay footage. Well, you're going to see more of that all week, so don't worry, I got your back there. But 2023, this year, fall. So, and I believe that's October 2023. So the Crew Motorfest was that video game. That's a racing game. So July 2023. Not too much to talk about that. It looked kind of cool. Great soundtrack. Great take on, I guess, retro and futuristic vehicles. You know, they mentioned you can import your car collection for free from past games. So I don't know, there wasn't much else to talk about that. Lots on Assassin's Creed as usual. Just like last year, so much Assassin's Creed. It was like half the show, that and Star Wars, but that's okay on the Star Wars side. I mean, Assassin's Creed's great, but it just kind of got a little drawn out. It's just like, we've seen this, you know. But yeah, so you got the Nexus VR version, which looks really cool. I mean, that's intriguing because, you know, you got some parkour action going on there, and so I feel like, you know, that could be some good exercise. I don't know. Then you got Assassin's Creed Jade that you can register for the beta now on. And then there's Assassin's Creed Mirage. I didn't catch the date on the Mirage, but is that fall this year too, I believe? Anybody catch that? Yeah, so Star Wars Outlaws. I think that looks fantastic. So I think that's one of the other highlights. You know, I think that's top three. I think Star Wars, if I had to choose between Star Wars and Avatar, I think the Star Wars game looks better. Except the only downside about it is they didn't reveal anything about co-op or anything like that. So I think Avatar's got that on it. That at least there's a co-op. But the companion side of things is nice. It's kind of like having an R2-D2, you know, on your side. But this time it's an alien dog or of sorts. Yeah, I mean, good, nice third person. You can get into lots of vehicles, expanded world on planet and in space. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what all the additional elements that it offers. But you know, I'm pretty picky about my Star Wars games, so. You know, I'm interested in seeing what, I guess, more gameplay footage beyond what we've seen, but we'll see. hopefully there's a beta test on that. But Star Wars is 2024. We didn't get a hard date on that, but that's just around the corner. So we're gonna get Avatar in our fingers before Star Wars anyways. So we'll get a chance to pick and choose which one we'll focus on depending on how Avatar performs. So fingers crossed. They're both good. We can find ourselves torn between playing both. But yeah, so I mean, that's about it. So they didn't mention anything about the Division 2 or Year 5 and beyond. They didn't mention the DLC. I don't know why. Maybe there's just not enough to reveal. Maybe they're not ready visually. Or too many spoilers. They don't want to get out. We didn't see anything on Heartland in that. We saw a little glimpse in the pre-show. They just basically gave us a title shot. But yeah, so you know, I think probably they just felt like, my guess here is that Star Wars and Avatars stole the show, and then Assassin's Creed's got so many titles coming out that it takes its usual precedence. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird, but. Cool, guys. Well, I'm going to take a break for now. I appreciate you coming here and supporting my channel by watching Ubisoft Forward. And hopefully everybody on Twitch got their drops. You should be able to claim them in your menu in the top right if you did. Otherwise, the drops are closed, so you're no longer earning them. And then let's look forward to some more gameplay for the Division 2 all week long and sprinkle in some Resurgence. So make sure you have your notifications turned on, because we will be going live soon. All right, everybody. Catch you in a bit.